Football's about passion. It's a way of life. It gets you up on the morning. It's magnificent. It's fantastic. What a sport. What a sport. It's a way of life. It's a way of life.
Something a little bit different for this episode of Retro Football. I'm going to be playing a bit of LMA Manager on the Sony PlayStation, the PS1. I used to play a hell of a lot of this game. So, memories for me when it does come to this video game, I had just moved out from my parents for the first time. I became a man. And I lived with housemates. There was a couple of fellas who also lived in the house with us, and basically I had a friend there, housemate, who owned a PS1 and this. And seriously, we'd get back from like the pub on a Saturday, and then we would play this till, and I'm not exaggerating, 4 or 5 in the morning, because I would always choose Man United, he would choose Arsenal, and we would just take turns and basically, yeah, play a couple of seasons and see what happened. It was so good in co-op, this game. But let's see how it's aged, guys. Because I don't remember, or I don't know if this is going to be a bit rough to play all these years later. Also, in this episode of Retro Football, I will probably edit the loading times. Because if I remember correctly, they're long, and it'll just be sitting looking at spinning footballs. There you go, there's a spinning football. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the teams here. I think you can only choose English clubs, or a couple of Welsh clubs in there as well. I don't think there's any Scottish Premiership or any of the Irish leagues. So yeah, like I say, we'll go with Man United for memories, because that was, well, it's who I support, and it was the team I would use at the time. Now, looking back, this Man United side had just won the treble. So they were the European champions, the Premier League champions, and the holders of the FA Cup. Modern day me would not choose a team who had just won the treble. Modern day me would choose Torquay. But back then, I was like, nah, I've got to be Man United, that's my team, kind of thing. Everyone plays games how they play them. There's no right or wrong way, guys. But like I say, I'll edit some of the loading screens in this because, yeah, they're quite lengthy. So here is the first tab, which is my squad of players. Now I'm going to have to remember how to do this, how to get around, because I think it can be a bit fiddly. Let's see. How do I get down to the little icons at the bottom? So it's L1 and R1. Yes, L1 and R1 to toggle the icons at the top. So here's your transfer market. But how do I toggle the icons at the bottom? We'll get there, guys, eventually. We will get there. We always get there. That's the main thing. Once I get used to this, we'll be smooth sailing, I promise. And also, let me know your memories with this game. I'm sure many of you watching this will have played, there you go, they're the controls, will have played this game. And it's the first time we have featured a management sim, or a management game. Is this a sim? Of course it is. It's just quite basic, I guess, compared to Football Manager today. But it's the first time a management game has appeared on Retro Football, and I will feature more. I haven't played loads of them, but I played a few. So you use triangle to sort of go up and down, which is weird. You can't press up and down on the D-pad. So you've got all licensed players in this, guys. Licensed names, real names, which was cool. Is that Lauren from Arsenal? Look. I don't know if it would have been, actually. Not in 99. Not a chance. He's at Mallorca. He's 22. Nah, wouldn't have been Lauren who ends up at Arsenal. I don't remember them players, I have to admit. But there were some cool features in this game, which we'll get to as I play here. I'm just getting used to the controls and trying to remember what or how I do stuff. Let's try and sign a player. So I want a young-ish player in the Premiership. And I want to defend... Is that Sol Campbell at Leicester City? 21 years of age. I think that makes sense. Who knows? But I'm going to try and make an offer just to show you guys how transfers work in this. It's very basic. It's very basic, but it's very accessible to play. It's fun. There's my balance sheet. 20 million in the bank for Man United. I mean, that wouldn't even buy you a player these days. Oh, it would. It'd buy you like a championship player, but it wouldn't buy you a world-class player. No chance. This is what I loved. I'd spend so much time in here messing around with your stadium. So Man United in this game obviously have a pretty good stadium from the off. But obviously my friend, he'd play as Arsenal, and Highbury was the perfect stadium to rebuild, basically. He used to love doing that. But this is one of the first things I would always do, because Man United obviously have a good budget, or they have deeper pockets than a lot of the other clubs in the game. Right, let's change the style of the stand that I want. Yes, we want boxes. We want to get the prawn mayonnaise. Prawn mayonnaise. Oh, whatever Roy Keane said, the Prawn Sarnie Brigade. We want them coming in, spending their money on champagne and caviar. That stand looks cool. Look at that. Let's make this the biggest stadium ever. Oh, I love the construction sound effects going on. Oh, this is bringing back so many memories. There's my managerial rating. Obviously, I haven't done anything yet. The club want me to finish on a top 3 finish, which I think is fair. There's your league champions in previous years, your FA Cup winners in previous years. Oh, look at that. Newcastle lost 2 finals in a row. I forgot about that. So, yeah, you got all your stats and stuff in there. All the records are official, like you just saw there with the FA Cup finals and who's won what. So I'll leave this loading screen in, guys, because you will see how lengthy they can be. There's a lot of looking at spinning balls. That wasn't that bad. Our next match will be televised. That's another advantage with playing as Man United and the bigger clubs like Arsenal and Liverpool in this, is you will get televised matches more often than obviously if you are playing as a Torquay. I keep using Torquay as an example, but... And there's all your European qualifiers, which would be happening around this time of the season, in the summer, or the end of the summer. Wolves have just made an offer for Sol Campbell. Do you want to adjust your offer? Nah, not really. I'm not bothered. But thinking about it, actually, this is the Charity Shield final, so obviously it's going to be televised, and obviously you'd get a cut of money for that. Look at Wembley with the 2 towers. It looks fantastic. Oh, I remember Raymond van der Houw. Of course I remember him. I support Man United, but yeah. Some of those players. Here we go. Look at this. It looks nothing like Wembley Stadium, really, from this kind of angle, but... Oh, it's really loud on my headset, but it's too late now. We have to play. Vieira in control. I love the commentary at the bottom. Oh, man. This game is so cool. I'm sure you could speed up the matches, though, because if you look at that time, it's going quite slowly. Let's have a look. How do I do that? Because I used to have it on, like, the super fast speed. You can toggle the numbers on and off above the players' heads. Oh! Kanu mishits it. I'm sure there's replays or highlights, like a match of the day package after the games in this. I hope it's this game and not the Amiga footy game I used to play. The Amiga management sim I used to play. I don't think it is. I think it is this game. We will soon find out, guys. Cole has the ball. Cole gets past Petit. Look at this. This is fantastic. Oh, there we go. There you go. All I have to do is hit start. It's always start. Start solves your problems. It's a goal. It's Dwight York. The keeper didn't even see it, according to the commentary. Look at this. Man United in control here. Can I win a trophy? Is it a trophy, the Charity Shield, guys? Opinions. I don't think it is. But can I win something in my first ever match as manager of Man United in this PS1 classic? Oh, some of these players were so good. So good. Right. So who is tired? I would say Giggsy is tired, so let's get him on for Blomqvist, maybe. Blomqvist is the natural option here, but I'm going to go with Solskjaer because I want another goal, even though he's not a winger. How do I do that? What's going on? Have I made the substitution? I don't think I'm doing this right, am I? No, I don't think I've made the sub. Arsenal have. Parler has come on or gone off. Bergkamp's offside. I'm trying to read this commentary. It's not easy. Come on, just keep that clean sheet, United. Oh, and they win the Charity Shield. Is there a presentation of the trophy, though? Because I don't remember that. Oh, there it is. Doesn't show the players, though. But it does show me. That is supposed to be... He actually looks like me. That is me, guys. I'm sat here in a suit similar to that. I'm not. I hate wearing suits. I hate wearing ties. Hate it. If it's someone's wedding, you know, I'll do it. I'll wear a tie if I have to. But anyway, here we go. Match the day.
Time now to catch up on the match highlights from today's Charity Shield, played in the historic setting of Wembley Stadium.
Is that Tony Gubber? Was that his name? Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of his name. The voice I just heard. He used to do Football Focus.
I feel sure the manager will be unhappy with this missed opportunity.
This is all about pass and move. The 1-2 spreads the defenders. There's got to be some sort of challenge here, but there isn't. The ball's played in, the attacker easily beats his man, and you've got to have a better finish than that.
In a tight, somewhat deadlocked game, this is the goal that sealed the victory.
Free kick here in a dangerous position. Good delivery. And that's a quality finish.
Look at this, though. It's so ahead of its time, I think. Oh, look at Man United sponsor. Tommy Boy, I think it said. Oh, he leaps like a salmon. Dwight York, what a header that is. I think Arsenal have got a sponsor as well on their shirt.
This is what every forward has nightmares about. The defender tries to lay the goal on a plate with a terrible back pass. With an open goal, all the attacker has to do is hit the target.
Oh my days, he's missed an open goal. Oh, I got away with one in this match. Yeah, I think Arsenal have got a sponsor as well, a fictional sponsor, and that's cool. And I think they change in this game depending on what sponsors you attract and that kind of thing. Seriously, guys, this game was cool. If you haven't played it, very, very cool. There is depth to this game. Grimsby Town. Right, they're going for Sol Campbell. I don't want to know. How are they going to afford Sol Campbell? If it is Sol Campbell, it might not be. Oh, Rocky Santa Cruz. I remember him. I remember him at Blackburn. I can't be him. I get my years mixed up. Maybe it was him. Who knows? Oh, Paolo One-Chop, Darren Huckabee. Some of these names. A very young Wayne Bridge. Marian Pahas. I remember him at Southampton. Right. I want to sign a player and get it over the line so I can show you guys what it looks like when you sign someone. Let's go for Merson. Is he at Villa around now? Yes, he is at Villa. There you go. I'm going to offer them 50 million. It won't let me, though. There, that'll be enough. Oh, directors have enforced. Who was the director at Man United around this time? Was it Martin Edwards? He's like, no chance, mate. Merson. I'm only doing it for the lols. I wouldn't do this in real life. I really hope we sign Merson now. Was he any good at Villa? I can't remember. I know he was a troubled man, obviously, but he was fantastic on his day at Arsenal. What a player. Like a real top draw. I sounded like Merson then. Top draw player. That's my terrible impression of Paul Merson. I won't be doing it again. There we go. So making a few changes here. I'm going to get Van der Hau in net. This is one of my gripes with this game is you can't, or rather when you go to play a match, it doesn't give you a chance to set up the team. You do it here basically in the front screen and then it's set in stone kind of thing. The only time I think it does give you a chance to change players on match day is if one of them's suspended or injured. I think I'm right in saying that. There you go, the 4-3-3. So I've switched things up a little bit here. Got Giggs in midfield in a 4-3-3 wouldn't really work, but just for the benefit of the video, we'll just leave it at that. This was awesome, look. Training screens and just like the players going through their routines and stuff. It's just so many cool, neat little touches in this game. This reviewed well as well, guys. It reviewed well as well. But it did. It had some very, very good scores in the magazines and the like. I think there was a sequel to this game, you know. Villa have accepted my offer. Merson is about to become a Man United player, but he's got to agree to the terms. Oh, he's 31. What am I doing? He's only valued at 1.3 million. Oh, dear. There you go. Hey, Merson! Merson's on the books. Okay. Right, let's get him straight in the team because he's too good. Who needs Sheringham, York, Solskjaer, etc. when you've got Merson? Okay, so there's your results. I think I'm playing then on a Sunday. They're the Saturday results. Yeah, that makes sense. Because where am I? Our next match will be televised. You'll be receiving £250,000. Like I say, that happens a lot when you are one of the bigger teams. Everton away at Goodison Park. Look at that. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? The little 3D model of it. Like I say, the attention to detail in this game is really cool. So here we go again. And like I say, guys, you probably will have noticed a bit of editing in this. Some of the loading times are ridiculous, which was the case with a lot of PS1 games. I don't want to get on the... Oh, it's a goal! It's Scholes. Scholes turns and shoots. Spectacular goal, according to the commentary. Oh, Yap Stam's injured. Right, let's see if I can do this properly. Come on now, Mike. Oh, it's the days where only 5 subs. I'm so used to seeing 7 subs on the bench these days in the Premier League. Let's get Neville as centre-back. He could play there. He could play centre-back and right-back, can't I think he started his career as a centre-back and not a right-back. Have I done that? Yeah, it says awaiting on the top right there, so I think I've done it right this time. Merson hits a shot, it just said. Right, return to match. Let's make a sub, actually. And if Merson scores, we're partying, guys, right? We are partying into the wee early hours if Merson scores. Right, come on then. I'm making this, or I'm making the menus and the screens look more convoluted than they actually are. It's actually very streamlined to get around. But it's just weird using triangle to go up and down rather than D-pad. I keep pressing D-pad. And yeah, there you go. I've done the substitution properly this time. I'm just trying to get my head around something extremely straightforward and making it look complicated when it's not. Typical Mike, that. Can we get another goal? No, we can't. Scholes, the only scorer, man of the match, Roy Keane. This game is fantastic. I'm going to be playing this all weekend now. Look at this. Oh, it's so well done, though. It is so well done. Like, at the time, it blew me away. It was like having a PC game on a console. Okay.
Well, if the action was as good as the conditions in which the match was played today, we're in for a treat now as we look back at the main action.
A short corner that's laid back and a good deep cross into the box. Great knockdown, and how did he miss from there? Plenty of power, but sadly lacking accuracy.
I think this was ahead of its time. Like, it might not have been. It might just be my nostalgic glasses, or seeing things through a nostalgic lens.
Can you take us through this wasted opportunity, Alan?
Wonderful attacking football here. This just shows his confidence taking on two defenders. Then just a simple ball out wide, as players queuing up for the pass here, hits it first time, beats the keeper, is denied by the bar.
But yeah, at the time, like I say, my friend and I, it just blew us away. Like, all the different scenarios that would present themselves, and just, like I say, there was
only one goal separating the two teams today. Here it is.
There was depth to this.
There's not enough pressure on the attacker here. Plenty of space to pass into. All too easy. A simple pass,
Scholesy.
tackle comes in, a bit of good fortune,
that's Scholesy.
good finish.
Lovely goal. Happy ball. Oh, that is the thumbnail. I'm sure he had Zippy on his shirt there on the front. Who remembers Zippy from Rainbow?
Well, his manager will be absolutely furious with the challenge that led to this injury.
Yapstam was injured. Oh, he's out for 4 months. Our best centre-back, and he's out for 4 months. So we're 6th in the league. 1 match played. We've got League Cup first round coming up. And yes. What am I doing here? Man United have unplayable players. There you go. So it does warn you guys. It does warn you. And this is the only time you could change the team before hitting play match, basically. So we have Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, Kevin Pressman. Oh, guys, did you notice that then? The little crane building one of my stands that I'm trying to construct. And look at the stadium. Look at Old Trafford. That is the stand you could see there at the top of the screen. That is being built. Just little touch. How many times have I said little touches? It's a goal. Solskjaer. We're never going to concede a goal. This is how my PES 5 Master League series started. It's Merson. It's Merson. Right, we're partying, guys. We are partying. Get your party hats on. Paul Merson has scored on his home debut. Oh, you couldn't make it up. You couldn't write scripts like this. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. I love this. I was worried it would not have stood the test of time. It definitely has. If you haven't played it, you've got access to a PS1 or some emulation. It's another one. Oh no, it's Wednesday. It's Carboni. I remember him. I do concede a goal, but it's full time. Merson, man of the match. Merson, man of the match. Anyway, that's a quick look at LMA Manager on the PS1. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Retro Football. Again, let me know your memories with the game, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Let's take a look now at some of the key moments from today's game. Well, it's very simple. You can't afford to miss chances like this, Alan.
This is a well-worked piece of play. He did well to stay on his feet. He could easily have gone down. It's a great ball into the box, but the goalkeeper did enough to put him off.
I feel sure the manager will be unhappy with this missed opportunity.
Full marks for effort here. The build-up is impressive. It's a good block, but the forward kept his wits about him, and but for the woodwork, that was in.
Manchester United opened the scoring with this goal.
He skips past the defender with ease. It's a pinpoint cross. The goalkeeper takes some of the pace of the shot but couldn't stop it going in. You've got to ask yourself, where was the marking?
Well, it's very simple. You can't afford to miss chances like this, Alan.
Takes the throw in. Really meaty tackle there. The pressure's not off though. Ball in. Everyone misses it, and only just wide.
Here's a well-taken penalty.
He takes his time to place the ball. Launched at the goal with great power, and the keeper no chance.